Coach, was this a type of game you guys really needed?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to play well. That doesn't guarantee results, but like I said this morning, we had a great film session yesterday that was, very much like there's a lot of things that we can control and control better than we have. That doesn't guarantee you're going to make shots and things are going to go your way like this. We were fortunate to put the ball in the basket quite a bit, but we really competed on both ends. That was good. It's good to be as close to full as we've been from a health standpoint. I'm hoping that we can maintain that and build off of it.
Brad, maybe forgotten in all of this, the first couple of minutes of the game, it looked like you guys were struggling with their size and maybe heading towards the same type of beginning that you had been in previous games. How were you able to turn around instead of fall deeper into the hole?
Well, I think if you couldn't tell the level on film that you were getting ready to play against, you could feel it in the first 2 minutes. I mean, it was high level. They were coming at you. And our guys, I thought Gordon's three was huge, and then he got the driving layup. Like, that settled us down, and then everybody else took off from there. I thought we had a bunch of rim reads that, weren't very good in the first quarter, but after that we were better about making the right play, getting guys off their feet, playing off 2 feet, and then it opened up some opportunities at the end of the game. But they're so long in there, and they do a good job mixing up defenses, and they've got good defenders, and so we knew we had to move them side to side. Our only chance was our speed to do that, and I thought our guys did a good job of that.
Like you said, they have the size advantage, but you guys really got after them on the offensive glass as well, it seemed like. Was that, how big a point of emphasis was that, and also the decision to kind of tighten up the rotation a little bit, was that just based on the size matchups, or?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, they're a hard team to play against because of their size, because, usually they have, AD being on a minutes restriction probably hurt them, obviously, because if he's not playing, the less he's playing, the better for everybody else. That allows them, when he's not on a minutes restriction, they usually keep him in and then rest LeBron, then bring LeBron back in. And so they put you at a size disadvantage with 48 minutes of those two guys being the focal point, not only there but at a couple of other spots. And so the offensive rebounding was a result of ball movement and body movement. That opens up, and then Ennis's effort. But I think that opens up, opportunities when you make people jump at shots, and, you move it side to side and you break down the defense. And if you stay in isolation, it's hard to get rebounds.
Brad, Jalen back here. Jalen came out very aggressive tonight. How important was just the level of energy he was bringing early on?
Yeah, Jalen's energy is always good, but we needed everybody today. I thought everybody played well, but I thought that he, like I said, Gordon's early buckets settled us down, and then Jalen kind of took off after that, made some good plays. When Tatum came back in his second stint, he was great. Kimba was pretty steady all the way through. But those guys, we needed everybody's energy tonight. I mean, that hit us square in the face at the start of the game.
Coach, you talked about wanting to play with speed during this game. Enes Kanter, not known as the most athletic or fast guy in the world. Why was he able to have such a high level of success against this athletic front line?
Well, first of all, he's an excellent offensive rebounder, as we know, but he's good around the rim. But our guards draw a lot of attention on drives. So when they drive, they got a bunch of dump-offs, which was great. Or the bigs are jumping for blocks, and you have a chance to rebound it. Or you've moved it, and you have inside position for a rebound. So he's great. He's one of the best at getting that position. But, everybody else's speed opens it up.
Brad, you said in those film sessions there were a lot of things you thought you could control that you weren't controlling. Where did you see the team do that tonight?
I don't know yet. I'll go back and look at it. Probably not as good as it feels right now because the ball going in masks some things.
Brad, anytime a player dunks on another player, it's an exciting play. But for Jalen to get LeBron, there was a timeout right after that. I'm curious kind of what was the excitement level that you saw in Jalen and the rest of your guys after that play?
I didn't go in the huddle, so I'm sure it was exciting. I think Jalen's especially has a lot of moments like that. You know, obviously, I love a good extra pass just as much as a good dunk, so I'm kind of the wrong person to ask probably.
Earlier this year, Brad, you kind of referenced that Spurs game as a situation where kind of everything was, you know, the guys were playing the way you wanted them to play. Do you feel like you guys hadn't had one like that in a while? Do you feel like you kind of got to that level in this one?
Well, I mean, we've had good games since then. It's just we've had guys out, you know, and I think that, again, I want to see if we can play well with the sustained period with more bodies available, and then we'll gauge where we are, how good we are, and all that stuff. But there's still a lot of unknown. This is one game. So just like I don't think, you know, we didn't overreact to losing the Phoenix game, we're not going to overreact to winning this one.
Brad, coming out of halftime, always important
Yeah.
for any team, especially you. You've always placed emphasis on that. The way you guys built in the third quarter, how important is that moving forward?
Well, that was really important tonight. I mean, we've all seen LeBron go on his runs where an 18-point lead becomes 8, and then all of a sudden you're unsettled for the rest of the game. So I don't know what it was at halftime, but we pushed it out and just kept pushing it out consistently. We weren't getting stops at the start of the half, but we were scoring. We did a good job spacing and attacking. Then we settled down, got some stops, and were able to push it out from there. But you still never quite feel comfortable as long as, you know, he and Anthony Davis are on the other team.
Brad, you're coming off losses in 6 of 8. How'd you like your team's response and kind of sense of urgency coming into this game?
Yeah, you could tell it was really good yesterday. You know, and it's obviously the Lakers at the Celtics. I mean, it's going to be a game everybody looks forward to and looks up to, or, you know, looks at before the season starts. But this was not about emotion. This was about, you know, doing your job and focusing on the task at hand. And that's, you know, sometimes those things, you know, emotion can get in the way of that. So I was happy with how intensely we played while doing that. But again, I think when we look at it, we'll have a lot to talk about that wasn't so good, and we'll just keep doing that. We'll keep looking at it objectively after each game and go from there. Thank you.